Hi guys, Totallydubbed here, and today I'm doing a video review on the HiFiMan Sundara. Now these headphones are open back planar magnetic headphones. If you don't know what that is, I'll link in the description below so you guys can do a little bit of research about what planar magnetic technology is and how does it differ from your normal dynamic or balanced armature drivers that you'll find out in the market, be it for earphones or full-size headphones like these. Now these headphones will set you back for around £450 to around $500 if you're in the US. Links will be down in the description below in case you're interested. Now the reason I wanted to review the Sundara, other than being recommended through certain YouTubers through comments, is simply because I reviewed the Audeze LCD2C Classic headphones, and these were also planar magnetic open back headphones, which came at around £600. So most people were like, well, why don't you go and try out Sundara, because it might address some of the issues that you found in the LCD2C. In case you're wondering, if you don't want to watch the video, and I'll make sure that's down in the description below as well, as in linked there. The major concern that I had with it was it had a slight weird upper mid dip, and more than anything was the overall weight that the headphones had. They were very heavy, and in all honesty, when it came to using them, I felt that the LCD2Cs weren't that comfortable when it came to long gaming sessions or listening sessions. And so therefore, when I saw the HiFiMan Sundara and I saw their the weight that they come in at, around 300 odd grams, I felt that these headphones are pretty much on par with most open back or closed back headphones. So without further ado, let's go into the build quality. Now the headphones are really well built. I have no complaints about this because I think HiFiMan have addressed every sort of concern that you might have with sort of your normal open back or headphones that you'd use for the home. They've got 3.5mm jacks on either side for right and left indicator. Now the right and left indicators are denoted by a L and R on either side. The headphones plug in, as I said, 3.5mm jack over here, but also they're terminated by a right-angled gold-plated 3.5mm jack as well, with a quite big strain relief, which is quite nice for longevity. There is a 1/4" jack provided in the box as well, if you so wish to plug them into your receiver or what have you. I like the fact that 3.5mm jack is chosen over a 1/4" jack, simply because you can plug this directly into your smartphone if you want to. Now I know these are not meant to be used with a smartphone, but it's always useful in terms of convenience. Now the headphones themselves, in terms of adjustments, they've got adjustments on the side. The headband does adjust. It is quite stiff, as you can probably see, but it does click and does stay pretty sturdy in place. There's a metal frame which covers the actual drivers themselves and extends all the way around the headband. The headband has got this sort of suspended design, and I must say, in terms of comfort, I didn't have any problems. I've got a medium-sized head, and in this respect, the headphones felt light, and despite them having around, I think it's 327 grams of weight, I felt that they're very much comfortable. Now, in terms of the looks, it's an all-black design. You won't find them in any other color. I have no complaints about this. I quite like the small HiFiMan, the HiFiMan logo with the Sundara written on the sides with a sort of a silver accent. Now, in terms of the pads themselves, they're circular shaped, so this is mainly just because of the driver, the way the drivers have been designed. Now the pads themselves are very much comfortable. I had no problems whatsoever wearing them for a very long period of time. And this was something that I had, as I said before, a sort of complaint with the Audeze headphones. This wasn't to do with just the pads, but also to do with the weight. Whereas the Sundara felt comfortable from the get-go. Picking it out of the box, using it, and gaming for hours on end, and listening to music for hours on end, no problems whatsoever. So the pads aren't as deep as the Audeze headphones are. However, they provide plenty of comfort, and I think, as far as I'm aware, I've got relatively big ears, so if they fit me and they're comfortable for me, then I'm sure you won't have a problem. Now, it's just to bear in mind that these aren't shaped in terms of an oval shape. They're not shaped like this, so therefore in some cases you might have your ear kind of resting a little bit, sort of on ear rather than a fully over the ear design. So it might be quite obvious, but the headphones have got an open back design. There's a grill which is over here, and in all honesty, it looks quite nice as well. From afar, when you look at them, they look pretty classy. So in terms of build quality and specifically in terms of comfort, I'm very much impressed with what HiFiMan have been able to achieve over here, and I also quite like that it's terminated by a 3.5mm jack. And I know audiophiles might be like, oh no, you need a 6.3mm or a 1/4" jack. Well, you've got that in the box, so you don't have to worry about that. Only thing I would have liked is, in terms of build quality, is it's some sort of casing or a sort of a pouch or some sort that I could store them in. So be it for traveling or be it for having it by my desk and not to collect dust, I would have liked that to be included in the box. But I can't complain all that much because most audiophile headphones don't come with anything included. So now let's get into the most important part of the review, is the sound quality. How do these things sound? Well, as an overall sort of sound signature, I think HiFiMan have done a fantastic job in providing a headphone that's somewhat balanced and somewhat neutral. It's not going to be flat sounding, but it does cover all the frequencies very well and in a way that makes you want to listen to them more. It's a weird type of sound signature, but it sounds really nice. No matter what I fed through it, from hip-hop music to classical to playing games to in-game calls, whatever it might be, I felt that these headphones were able to deliver in all sort of domains. So let's go through the individual frequencies. So starting off with the sub bass. Now, unlike the AdSense headphones, which really do a great job for open back headphones in producing a really nice sub bass rumble or even a mid bass slam, these headphones were a little bit light in that domain. So the sub bass kind of cut off. You could hear it sort of cut off and not a full extension into the sub bass region. And the mid bass as well wasn't that prominent, but it was very precise. So you have a very controlled slam when listening for a mid bass hit. But it's not going to be overpowering, and neither is it going to be like a rocking type of headphone. In comparison, the AdSense headphones sound a lot more, not warm, but a lot more punchy, so you can feel that bass a little bit more. Comparison to my Denon headphones, which the ones I have are custom modded Denon D2000s with D5000 cups and D7000 cable with Lawton audio pads. They're fully modded D2000s. I felt that the bass couldn't compete with my daily drivers, simply because that warmth and that sort of closed back nature, and even from that punchy sound that you get from the AdSense open back headphones, just wasn't the case with the HiFiMans. However, when it comes to the mid-range, I was very impressed. Now that the lower mids weren't pushed back, they were actually quite forward sounding, and the upper mids as well were very much forward. Now, in comparison to class-leading open back or planar magnetic headphones, AdSense being one of them, or let's say dynamic driver headphones, such as, I don't know, let's say the HD800, HD700, those type of class-leading headphones, they will sound recessed and kind of muddy in comparison, but those headphones are 2 to 3 or even 4 times the price of these headphones that I've got in front of me. So it's to be expected that the more you pay, as a general rule of thumb, you're going to get slightly better sound. So in terms of the mid-range at its price, I think it does a fantastic job, and by far outclasses a lot of the open back or closed back headphones at its price range. I couldn't think of a single headphone that cost around £450 that gave these a run for their money. So mid-range for its price was very impressive. You do get slightly recessed sound, but overall it's quite nice. It's quite accurate and gives you all the sort of mid-range feeling that you'd ever want. In terms of the highs, they do roll off at the very top end. However, they provide plenty of sparkle, plenty of treble energy, and lots of life. So it's going to keep your toes tapping. It's going to keep your situational awareness when you're playing games. No matter what you do, the highs are actually quite good on these. Now, the biggest thing for me was the soundstage, and I was so surprised of how well these do. Now, of course, they're open back headphones, and because of that, you're going to get some sort of airy sound and a better source of positional cues, but not all headphones do a fantastic job in this respect. The HiFiMan Sundara does a fantastic, incredible job in terms of soundstage. From the instrument separation to the tonality to the way that it does the imaging, just the depth and the width that you get in terms of the soundstage, from music, as I said, to gaming, you get an amazing quality there. And I must say, they're very impressive, and it kept me going back to these headphones and putting them on, listening to my music, or even playing games with them, just because the soundstage was so it made you feel like you're part of whatever you're listening to. And I was very impressed, especially at its price range. I can't name a single headphone that does it as well as these HiFiMan headphones. So overall, what do I think of these headphones? Well, at £450, it's very hard to find a better headphone that's suited for the job. Now, of course, these headphones are really made for at home because they're open back, and also just because I don't see why someone would wear them on the go. I mean, in terms of wearing them, just to make sure I've got the right direction, so left and right, these are how they look like, and you can see that the headphones don't look like your traditional planar magnetic headphones, which are massive and huge on your head. They actually look kind of nice, if you ask me. So I wouldn't have any problems walking on the train like this, but of course it'd be completely pointless because not everyone will hear my music, and of course I will hear them. So it'll be kind of defeating the point. But what I'm trying to say over here is that these headphones are so versatile that to the point that I really loved using them, and I'm actually going to be really sad when I have to send them back because I really enjoyed using them on a daily basis. As I said before in the beginning of this video, the Audeze LCD2Cs Classics were great headphones and great open back planar magnetic headphones. However, the thing which really let it down for me was the comfort. And this is definitely not the case with the HiFiMan Sundara. Not to say that you don't feel them on your head, because you can definitely feel it, but from the clamp force, which is relatively weak, to the overall the weight of the headphones, to the ear pads, to the top of the headband, and on top of that, the really good sound quality that you get for the price, I can't quite stress it enough. These are an incredible product that I would thoroughly recommend to anyone. If you've got the budget of around £500 or $500, then I'll definitely recommend getting these headphones. Just bear in mind that you're going to be using them at home, and if that's something that you're looking for, then I think you'll struggle to find better headphones than the ones that are currently on my head. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's my thoughts, my honest opinion, my unbiased opinion. Again, I'm going to be very sad sending them back to HiFiMan, but nevertheless, I got the headphones in because not only was I requested it from certain YouTubers, but also because of my own curiosity. I do this all for fun, and I just do it for the love of tech, or the love of audio in this respect. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, favorite and share it to help the channel grow, and let me know in the comments below what you think the best headphones are under £500, and any other headphones that you think I should check out, and I should reach out to certain companies and ask them if they've got any samples. So there we go, guys. I've been Totally Dubbed. Take care, and bye bye.